It's Jessica here with Black Business Live. We're here at the world premiere screening of Heart and Soul of Dylan Kalambe's story. And I'm speaking with Xavier Mclaughlin, a previous coach of his.
Absolutely.
Tell us about your experience with Dylan, before and after his heart transplant.
Okay, so I can tell you that before Dylan had his complications with his heart and had his transplant, Dylan was an amazing, and still is, an amazing young person.
Yeah.
He always stood out on his team as a leader. He was a very silent leader, though, so he led by his example. And one of the ways that he led was in his off-the-court demeanor, where you could see it even here. He's very mannersable. He knows how to hold a conversation.
Yeah.
And you can tell that he has goals. He has things that he wants to do. And that translated to how he comported himself on the court as well, too. So for a coach, one of the hardest things is keeping your players in line and keeping egos in check. But Dylan was always one of those young people who it was very easy to coach him. One of the most coachable young people I've ever come across. So much so that I even trained him outside of coaching as well too, just for the passion of it, because I wanted to see him do well. And after his surgery, I can say that it took him a little while to get back some of his vigor, but the one thing that he never lost was his smile. He has like one of the best smiles.
Yeah.
And he never lost that. So I can say in a lot of ways he remained the same, and it didn't change him too much, but I think he's a lot wiser now and a lot more grateful for life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess going through this experience with Dylan, what have you been able to learn from this whole experience and him going through this now?
So one of the things that I learned was to check that little box when I get my health card renewal that says that I should donate and be an organ donor. And the reason why I think that that's important is because now I have somebody in my life who I can see has been benefited by the gift of life from somebody else. And I know sometimes it's an untenable balance where somebody has to lose for someone else to gain. But seeing how Dylan's reacting and seeing how well he's gonna do in life and what he's gonna impart onto the world, I can see why it's important to do things like donate. So I think that's been the biggest change for me, is the awareness. And because it was so close to home, it made me want to do something of my own as well too.
Absolutely. So you were working with Dylan from what age have you been working with him?
Okay, so unofficially, I've known Dylan since he was in grade 7 and grade 8, because he played for another coach within our organization called Lloyd Dixon. And Lloyd is a police officer, but he's also just a great black man in community. And one of the things that you can tell with his coaches is with his teams is the level of discipline that they have and how well they do. So Dylan was playing for the #1 team in grade 7 and grade 8,
wow.
and it was like by far the #1 team.
Yeah.
No one was close. So yeah, just seeing how well he's done through all of that stuff as well too. I gotta say that working with Dylan from the coaching stuff and all those things, I don't know, I feel like he's going to do a lot of great things that will be showcased in this film.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, but there's a lot more to come. A lot more to come.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing the screening. He just seems like an amazing kid, and I'm looking forward to what he has next, because he's accomplished so much in his age, and just this as well is going to help so many people bring awareness that wasn't there before. And sometimes it's unfortunate he had to go through something like this, but it's for a bigger cause. And
a much bigger cause.
Yes.
A much bigger cause. I can see how it's impacted even his teammates and his social circle, kids his age, right? I think seeing kids his age has been one of the biggest impacts. How they have now tuned into the fact that things like this can happen at any age, and you have to be prepared. And you may grow up a lot faster than you want to, but so long as there's people there to support you, and so long as we have programs like organ donation that can be there to support you physically when you need it,
yes,
you're in a good place.
Well, thank you, Xavier, for speaking with us. We're gonna head in and watch the screening now.
Can't wait.
And Heart and Soul, it's gonna be a good film. I feel it, and we've been like talking about it for so long, and like I just want to see it now.
The anticipation.
And, yeah, exactly. And also want to be able to share it with others because it's so important. This story.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Appreciate you.